discuss how to practice self compassion and forgive yourself on.
Ah, gotcha. Self-compassion and yeah, it can be for sure. It's not exactly easy.
Okay, my first question is, what mistakes or situation do I find hardest to forgive myself for?
Whoa, hold up. When you say my situation, are you talking about how important self-compassion is generally, or how important your specific situation is to the topic? Just want to make sure I'm tracking you.
Okay, my next question, how do I usually talk to myself when I make a mistake?
Hmm. Based on what we talked about last time, and correct me if I'm wrong, eh, you strike me as someone who's pretty logical. So I'm guessing your inner monologue gets critical. Like you probably
Okay, what
okay.
would I speak to a friend the same way I speak to myself?
That's a good question. Honestly, hmm, probably not. You'd cut yourself some slack with a friend, right? Offer a little understanding. It's way easier to be kind to someone else than it is to ourselves. Why do you think that is?
Okay, what emotions come up when I think about forgiving myself?
That's a tough one. It's good you're asking, though. I'm picking up a bit of hesitation. Are you feeling a lot of guilt, maybe? Or perhaps shame? Sometimes forgiveness feels like you're letting yourself off the hook, and that can stir up some uncomfortable stuff. But tell me, what feels closest for you?
Okay, what lesson can I learn from this mistake?
Okay, that's a solid move, turning a mistake into a lesson. That shows some real self awareness. I'm getting the sense you're naturally inclined to analyze things, which is great. So, what kind of lessons are jumping out at you right now, if you had to guess? Don't overthink it. Just what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Okay, how can I use this experience to grow instead of punish myself?
Whoa, hang on. You kind of trailed off there with the hair thing. Is everything all right? Should we maybe circle back to the growth stuff first? It sounded like you were onto something there.
What steps can I take to prevent this mistake in the future?
Okay, practical steps. I dig it. You're not just dwelling on it, you're thinking about how to avoid a repeat. I'm guessing that means breaking it down into smaller pieces. Like, what specific thing could you do differently next time?
What would someone who loves me say to me in this situation?
Oh, that's a good one to tap into. Okay, so when you say that one of the guys, you mean a male friend? Or are you, is there someone?
Any friend.
All right, cool. Take your time. I'll be here.
What kind of support do I need right now? Emotional, physical, or
Whoa.
social?
Okay, so we were talking about what someone who loves you would say, then suddenly emotional, physical, emotional. What's going on? Are you trying to tell me something about how you're feeling right now? Or did I miss a step somewhere?
What is one small act of kindness I can do for myself today?
Hmm. But that's a good question to shift gears with, honestly. Something small. Mm. I'm getting a vibe you're someone who gets caught up in the bigger picture, the analysis. So maybe something super simple, like making a cup of tea or stepping outside for 5 minutes. What feels doable? Not perfect, just gentle.
What is keeping me stuck in self blame?
Okay, self play is an interesting way to put it. It sounds like you mean stuck in replaying this situation in your head, right? What's keeping you there? There. That's a toughie. I'm thinking maybe a fear of not learning enough from it, or maybe a feeling that you should have known better. Does any of that ringing true?
What would my life feel like if I completely forgave myself?
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So, Michael, this feels bigger than the original. Is
What belief?
too
What beliefs do I need to let go of to move forward?
okay.
What is
Hey, no worries.
what is
Just
what is one thing I can say to myself to start the helping healing process?
okay. One thing, keep it simple. How about not click in? Okay, gotcha. It sounds like we're all over the place here, jumping from forgiveness to patrons to, well, a lot. And honestly, it's kind of hard for me to follow when things are choppy like that. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Maybe we could zoom back out and just breathe for a sec. What do you think?
How would my mindset change if I accepted that mistakes are part of learning?
Okay, hold on. Let me parse that. You're asking how quickly your mindset could shift if you accepted mistakes as just part of everything? That's a pretty deep thought, actually. Honestly, it wouldn't be instant. It's more like gradually softening a little bit each day. Acceptance isn't a switch, it's a process. What makes you think they're part of nothing, though?
What strengths have helped me recover from past setbacks?
Okay. Reflecting on strengths. That's smart. You've mentioned a lot of stuff that points to pretty solid resilience. You're analytical, you're a planner, and you're definitely willing to dig deep and understand things. Those all sound like strengths to me. Anything come into mind on your end?
Okay, what emotion is the strongest when I think about my mistakes?
Whoa. Okay. A water machine is the strongest while I think about my mistakes. That's a very poetic.
Okay, where do I feel that emotion in my body?
Good question. Turn it inward. That's helpful. Really helpful. Where do you feel it? Take a moment. Don't think, just feel. Is it in your chest?
What triggers
Stomach?
my harsh self-criticism?
Hmm. Triggers for self reflection. It's a really insightful question. What makes. Okay. I'm going to gently ask, are you all right? You seem a little disconnected. Maybe you need to step away for a minute? I can just hang here if you want. Or, oh, all right. All right. Well, it was interesting.
Uh,
Take care and feel free to reach out if you ever want to talk again. Have a good one.
what usually helps me feel safe and grounded?
Hey, it sounds like things are feeling pretty overwhelming right now. And I hear you saying you need to feel safe and grounded. That's completely valid. Um, I can try to help with that. Would it help to just slow things down? Maybe focus on your breathing for a moment? Or would you rather talk about what's making you feel unsafe?
Okay, thank you.
Of course. You're welcome.